When you hear the word expectations, most people tend to think pretty narrowly. What are the expectations for the outcome of a particular project, or what are the expectations for someone for the day? I'm a big believer in setting short-term expectations like these, especially when it comes to being a parent, whether your child is young or old. What I'm not as big a fan of is setting those longer-term expectations when a child is young. As a stay-at-home dad, or for any stay-at-home parent, you see your job as shaping your children. So it naturally follows that you're going to shape them how and with what you think is best, perhaps with an end goal in mind. It's these end goals that you need to think twice about. Here in the US, I think most folks would say we're a very goal-oriented, achievement-based society. We tend to see what other people are doing and see how we measure up. For a lot of parents, this extends to our kids. Well, if you watch the video on defining expectations as a stay-at-home dad, here's where having your own outlook on life and not worrying about convention can really help out. As your child grows, you're going to be presented with metrics of all sorts. How tall they are, how much they weigh, what percentile is that? Are they crawling by the right number of months, walking, saying their first words? Even if you're not a competitive person, it's natural to want to see how your child stacks up against other kids. Even when you talk with other parents, those are some of the things you'll be discussing. And while some of those are important milestones, unless your child experiences some form of developmental delay, which I certainly hope isn't the case for you, this all marks the beginning of what can become a larger issue down the road. It's great to want what's best for your child, but here's where you need to pump the brakes and understand that having a happy, healthy, well-adjusted child is the end goal. Not a 5-star recruit in football or basketball, not a world-class singer, and not a Harvard student or high-powered lawyer. What's wrong with Harvard and high-powered lawyers? Absolutely nothing, provided your child gets there naturally and for the right reasons. And here's where I'd say you have an advantage as a stay-at-home parent, because you are going to get to know your child at an incredibly detailed level. You're going to become very well attuned to the type of child they are and are becoming every day. You will do a lot of the shaping, yes, but believe me, these kids come pre-wired in a lot of ways. There are certain aspects of their personalities that are present from a very early age. By being with them on a day-to-day basis, you're going to learn what makes them tick, what they react to, what they don't react to, what weird habits they might have. A lot of those things might be like looking in a mirror, but there's also a very big chance that there will be plenty that won't match you in the slightest. And that's where it pays to learn and understand them and to try to lead them to be the best version of themselves. Not try to mold them into something they're not. You can't project your expectations on a child when those expectations don't match the child. I had to learn that lesson with both my children as far as their interests. So make it your chore to listen and learn and ultimately love your child for who they are. That way, no matter what direction their life takes them, you will understand how they got there and accept them for who they become.